OverTheRaddy.com. Big 3 in NASCAR racing. Look, it's Bass Masters.
Hello.
Look, it's Buzz Cutler.
Wow.
But they can't see me.
They can't see you, but they can feel your presence. I'm Buck Fever.
Issue number 1. Here is what I tweeted from the press box at Richmond International Raceway at 8:47.
It's all about him.
On September 11th. Looks like Hendrick is a one-car team this evening.
Yeah, it did look that way.
And it's true.
Well, here's the lesson I took out of that. I mean, they did not, as an organization, have a very good setup for Richmond. Now, we know Junior was trying some funky spindle or whatever. I don't know about
spindle.
Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin. And Mark didn't have a real shot to make the chase, but just compare how Jimmy Johnson ran to those guys, and you start to understand why the man has 4 titles. I mean, if he's with an organization like Hendrick, and they have an advantage, which I think the past, at least last year, but certainly the past 2 years, possibly the past 3 years, they have had an organizational advantage. Now you take the guy with the talent of Jimmy Johnson, and you give him that organizational advantage. Well, it's practically a slam dunk. I mean, he proved again on Saturday night why he is a worthy champion, and I don't care if that organization, if their advantage is gone, he's going to be there, I believe, at Miami, barring a couple of wrecks or something like that. So Jimmy Johnson is going to be a factor, and I don't think Hendrick has the organization or the advantage that they had before.
They do not have the advantage they have before, but Jimmy, the cream just rises to the top. You look at those 4 drivers at Hendrick Motorsports, put them in that order for how they're finishing. Jimmy's the best, Jeff Gordon's second, Mark Martin third, and who's Dale Jr.? Look, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This guy, Jimmy Johnson, is as good as and probably better than Richard Petty, and he will prove it here shortly when he wins another championship.
Well, I'm not going to go to that historical level, but I will say this. Give Jimmy Johnson some credit as a driver for being able to do all this.
He just proves it every time.
I just think he's going to be there. I don't know if he's going to win another one, but he's going to be there.
Well, it is time to talk about who you think will win another one. Before we get to New Hampshire, I want you guys to go on record with your champion picks. I wrote a blog last December saying it was going to be Denny Hamlin. I'm sticking by that.
It's a good pick, Denny Hamlin. I'll tell you this, Buck. My top tier, before I make my official pick, the 4 guys I see as favorites: Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Busch. I think those are the 4 guys, at least right now, you have to look at as having the type of season, having the ability to go out and win races, having equipment that's good enough to win this championship, and having the ability to do so. I think you got to look at those 4 guys as having the advantage in those areas. And if you pin me down to one,
come on. I mean, come on.
It's hard to pick against Jimmy.
You can't.
Just when you look at the racetracks. Just when you look at the racetracks.
Charlotte. Look at him at New Hampshire.
It's hard. I mean, look at the way he starts to chase. There is no weakness except maybe Talladega for Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson.
All right.
I already said earlier this year he wasn't going to win, so now I'm going to pick him.
You can't not go with Jimmy Johnson. You have to pick Jimmy Johnson. Denny Hamlin will stumble. He's proven it time and time again. I love the guy. He could win it, but he's not. And the other guy, Kyle Busch, really leaps off the page to me. He could just get on fire. But I
don't discount Kevin Harvick. He's shown the ability to be consistent enough to do this.
I'm discounting Kevin Harvick.
And I think the Childress equipment is good enough to do it.
It is, but Jimmy has proved it time.
All right, I'm going to pick Kevin Harvick.
So you're going back. You're going back on Kevin.
Someone's got to pick someone.
I'm going to go with Jimmy Johnson. I said the odds were against it every single year, and he proved me to be a dum-dum. Well, I'm not a dodo now.
Maybe you're proving yourself to be a dum-dum. I'm going with Kevin Harvick.
Jimmy Johnson.
Dustin Long did a little bit of research, and he looked into pit road penalties, speeding penalties, etc. Kurt Busch comes out pretty high on each of these lists. Most total penalties during a race. He's second among chase drivers. Most penalties in pit road because of pit crew. He's tops amongst chase drivers. Most times caught speeding on pit road. He's tops among chase drivers. This guy's a former champion. Is this just one more Achilles heel for Kurt Busch?
I don't think it's exactly an Achilles heel. I think it's more of a sign that perhaps
they're not doing so well.
He doesn't have the cars that some of these other guys have. And I think, Kurt Busch is a championship caliber talent. He's proven it by winning a championship, and I think he's proven it by how he's run this year, making the chase. Compare how he's done to his teammates. Not a single one of those guys, by whom I mean Sam Hornish Jr. and Brad Keselowski, they've had, 56, 52 starts between the two of them, and not one top 10. Not one. Kurt Busch got a couple wins, and he's in the chase. So Kurt Busch is trying to make up for something, and he's not going to be able to make up for it, and he's not going to win the championship because he can't make up for it, but he'll make up for a lot of it, but not enough. So I think that's maybe
What
more
did you
what this
just say?
penalty thing is all about than some kind of Achilles heel situation.
I mean, this is half empty, half full. I mean, what it shows is they've got some mistakes, and they're just not going to win a championship making mistakes. On the other hand,
But that's the least of their problems.
I know.
They can go out and make no mistakes, and they're still not fast enough.
fair enough. On the other hand, it does show you that Kurt Busch can overcome a lot and still get into the chase, but he will not be your champion.
All right, well, we have overcome a lot just to come sit here in front of you today and deliver the Rowdy.com Big Three. Do join us, please, at Rowdy.com. Lots of good stuff coming there in the next couple 3 days. We're hoping, Buck,
yeah.
which could be really cool. So join us, won't you? Check out more videos, sign up, post your own blogs and videos, and have some fun. We'll be back tomorrow.
Post a photo.
You can post a photo, you can put up a blog. It's as easy as falling off a log. Rowdy.com.
Whoa.
We're talking Rowdy.com.
Oh.
You're not going to include that, though.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.